Here we are in Malibu Canyon. We have a 69 Triumph Bonneville and a 75/67 Triumph Rickman Matisse. This is the day, local fast guy, and we're on a couple of British bikes. Welcome to RideApart. Wow, Yoshi, you have some incredible motorcycles here.
I was in Japan and you know, I just pick up the older bikes and the fixing and always older bikes, you know. I bought maybe 2 brand new bike from a showroom, you know, my life. Yeah. Well, see, same thing, you know, see, this is a lot of character. Yeah. Every bike has a, you know, different character. New bike, no character, you know. So, yeah, very interesting.
So how long have you been doing garage company now?
Total about 25 years.
How'd it start? How'd it start?
Just my hobby.
At home in your garage?
Yeah.
Right, and just got bigger and bigger, right?
That's bigger. That's the problem.
So the wife kicked you out, right?
Yeah, get out of here, you know. And this one, you know, original chassis from 1975, and then engine came from 1967, 650 Triumph twin, and they built, you know, completely in England, and then I imported, you know, about 7-8 years ago.
I'm just disappointed there's no oil at the dripping out the engine, because usually on British bikes there's
There's
always
already
oil.
a giant puddle under
Yeah, sometimes, you know, scary. Hey, no leak oil? Yeah. Maybe no oil.
Good. I got my skinny jeans on, I'm ready, man. Let's go.
This is what happens when we haven't got an electric start.
Yo, I came around this corner.
Yeah.
And I meant to downshift and I hit the rear brake. Back end went, and I was like, fuck this bike, man.
That's the only thing, man, is the gear change and the brake being on the wrong way. You know?
Yeah.
It's got so much character. I can't believe it.
I'm glad it works for you, because I tried it and I couldn't fit on that thing, but for you it's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty diddy. It reminds me so much of a real racing bike, though, you know. It just feels so great.
The stance it puts you in, I can see that.
Yeah, like when your chin's kind of on the tank and the rev counter's just bobbing up and down, it just feels wonderful.
Yeah. My oldest bike is a 99 Kawasaki ZX9. So riding this thing, it's like going back in time to some place I've never been before, you know? And it's cool. I mean, the bike wasn't bad once you got it going in the corners. It was cool. I didn't have to brake much. The engine braking did everything for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But the shifting was a little sketchy at first,
Well,
until you explained what to do.
The thing is with these British motorcycles is just taking your time to change gear. Japanese bikes, modern bikes, they rip through the
bang
gears.
through it, yeah, you bang through it. I'm like, bam, 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 bam.
Exactly, as quick as you
The
can
bike
do it.
won't catch up to that.
But it's totally the opposite here. You know, you got to take some time and not take it out too much on the gearbox or the engine, and you get a few neutrals in there as well.
Few?
I've got a few too.
I had
you
more
know.
than a few coming up here.
And I think that in part is kind of getting used to the gearbox itself.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when I take a bit more time and I'm not in a rush, it selects beautifully. If I'm going to, you know, try and rush it, the bike tells me straight away.
Yeah,
no
that's
way.
what it does. It did. It told me that a lot of times coming up here.
What do you think about having to kickstart these bikes then?
That is such a fucking workout.
No.
It took.
For me it
you.
is. I'm doing yours.
I was
What are you
getting
talking
tired
about?
watching you start my bike.
At one time, British bikes were, you know, were at the top of the world, you know, and now to kind
what
of go.
happened?
This is as good as they got, man.
Then it stopped right here, right? What about the brakes? How'd you like the brakes on this bike?
I'm amazed.
Really?
Yeah, I've ridden old bikes before, but this front brake is like 1 or 2 fingers. But they're so unique, aren't they? You know, you just know if you owned this motorcycle, nobody else would
I mean,
have
look,
one
it has a
like
little side pouch on it. You know, it's like, it's cool.
See, watch, first time. Yeah, what? First shot. Ah!
The way it rides, once you get over the vibration,
Yeah.
I like the way it goes through the
Okay,
turns.
yeah.
It was fun.
The
But I
vibrations
can't
are
get
just character, man.
Yeah, man, but it's a little bit too much, Cat. You got to tone it down a little bit. But as I got into it and stayed in this position, was steering through the turns, it felt really good and natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you can carry a lot of corner speed.
Yes.
Once you
that's-
trust it,
Yes.
you can go fast on
When
this
I was
bike.
behind you on this bike just seemed to make up so much ground in the middle of the corner. Because
Yeah.
suddenly, the way it feels is that this chassis is really a racing chassis.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel happy until you really...
This is hard and
Yeah.
goes through the turn.
Yeah, this is just such a... I can't believe this is a 69. It's a wonderful ride. It's so comfortable. If I had my missus on the back here, she'd never let me have another motorcycle. This is so mellow and...
Nah, I was having a good time on this
Yeah.
bike.
And this is a real race. It's a classic racing bike, really.
You don't say. You don't say. I mean, I give props to the old guys that were racing back then because it takes a lot to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic. You set me up every time for that. You know what? The pressure's on, so. That hurt. Is this a gear?
Yeah.
You have to kill switch.
Come on, dude.